Welcome to the Rebirthing Self podcast. My name is John Jesus, and on this podcast, I talk about the practical process of rebirthing self. This is the ultimate process for self-improvement, self-growth, self-development, self-actualization, self-love. It is the rebirth of you as who you really are as life. This means that in this process, you are going to be really intimate with yourself. Self-honesty will be your North Star. You will face your fears and desires, your addictions, your judgments, your depression, your inadequacies, your anger, your limiting beliefs. You will face who you are in all your relationships, and then push for yourself to change and become the best version of you. On this first episode, I'm going to be explaining the underlying nature of addictions. Because nowadays it is as though everyone is addicted to something. People are addicted to food. People are addicted to social media, addicted to attention, addicted to gaming, addicted to drugs and alcohol, to money, to shopping and consumerism, to gambling. And one of the greatest epidemics of our time is the addiction to pornography, which is, without a doubt, one of the addictions that causes the most consequences. To explain the nature of addictions, I will be using the example of the addiction to porn for two reasons. One, because it is very common, and two, because it perfectly exemplifies how addiction is mostly a mental issue, which is the obsession and the desire for an experience, whether it is self-created or whether it is triggered by a substance. So, even if you are not addicted to porn, I still suggest that you listen to this episode because you will have insights into the nature of any other addiction you might have, and you will be more empowered to stop them. Every day, millions of children are introduced to porn without knowing how damaging it will be for their lives and their relationships. With porn, everyone loses. Young adolescents develop a dysfunctional and unrealistic view of sex, romance, love, and relationships. Because of porn, young adults abuse their sexuality and are unable to develop proper relationships. Because of porn, many relationships fail. Because of porn, more unwanted pregnancies happen. Because of porn, lots of cheating happens. Because of porn, many marriages come to an end. And with that, more kids grow up in broken homes, sometimes with devastating results. Porn contributes to pedophilia and prostitution, and not to mention how it massively contributes to the whole sex trafficking industry, with millions of children raped and abused every day. It is absolutely horrendous. There isn't a single good reason for porn to continue existing. On the contrary, there are many great reasons to put an end to it. So, do the least to contribute to the end of porn by not participating in it. Okay, let's get started. What is addiction, actually? What are we really addicted to? Because it's not the drugs themselves, or the porn itself, or the gaming, or the attention, or the money. We are not really addicted to those specific things. What we are addicted to is the experience we get from it. More specifically, we are addicted to the energetic experience that comes from it. This is one of the fundamental understandings you must have within this process of rebirthing yourself. This is the point. That which separates you from your real self is the belief that you are these energetic experiences that happen inside you. What are these energetic experiences that I'm talking about? They are the thoughts, the feelings, and emotions that we experience. We are stuck in the belief that we are these energies. We fight for them as if they are who we really are. We do the most horrendous stuff to protect and justify these energies. We lie, we manipulate, we cheat, we deceive, we even kill. all in the name of these experiences. We even destroy ourselves just to experience certain energies, just for the sake of having a positive energetic experience. Now let's take this fundamental understanding a bit further. Energy moves between polarities. Why would a person desire to experience a positive energetic experience? Because they feel they are within the negative experience. This is obvious with substances like alcohol, weed, cocaine, and methamphetamines, and so on. We experience the negative polarity like stress, anxiety, depression, laziness, numbness. Then, when we drink the glass of wine or the shot of tequila, when we smoke the bong or the blunt, when we do a line, when we take a pill, then it results in a positive energetic experience. Then we feel relaxed, we feel at ease, we feel high, we feel motivated, we feel loved, we feel at peace, we feel happy. But all these positive experiences are fleeting. What happens when the effect wears off? You go into the polar opposite experience, which is you're back again in the negative experience. The addiction to pornography is in fact the addiction to a positive energetic experience. Before I continue, I just want to make a quick announcement regarding the book that I'm just about to finish, which I hope to release sometime in December, about this process of rebirthing the self. So if you're enjoying this video, if you're enjoying this podcast, this book is all about this and much more. So you're going to get a lot of value from it. Therefore, just make sure to follow me on YouTube or Twitter or on Instagram for the updates of the book. Okay, back to the podcast. If you are addicted to porn, just thinking about watching some porn, you will immediately trigger within you an energetic movement here in your chest area. You are hit by an excitement. So, you know what is the prevailing spiritual belief of our age? It is that we are just energy, that everything is energy. And if you studied physics, you know what happens when an electron is excited. We are not very different from an electron, just at a different scale, as above, so below. The macro is a reflection of the micro. So now have a look. When an electron absorbs energy, it becomes excited, and then it jumps. If you are addicted to porn, when you think about looking at it, you experience an energy moving inside you. You become, literally and figuratively, excited. You feel an excitement rising inside you. And just like an electron, you move into a higher level of energy. But this higher level of energy is not sustainable. The electron is unstable at that level. Just like an addict, you cannot trust them, they are unstable. And because that higher level of energy cannot be sustained, eventually the electron releases the energy and returns to its baseline state. And the technical term is it returns to its ground state. See how similar the experience is. You have a thought about watching porn. You experience a positive energy. You become excited. Then you use friction to stimulate the parts that increase the excitement. You become more unstable and you have an orgasm. The energy is released and the excitement is gone. And then you come back to earth, so to speak. You're back to your ground state, to the reality of what you have done. Then the polarity inverts and you experience the negative energy. You are faced with the disgust, the shame, the regret. So this is the problem that we as humanity are facing. Virtually every aspect of our human experience is driven by our energetic experiences, positive or negative. We have come to believe ourselves to be these experiences, and we've acted as per their instructions. So this is what you must start to understand as you begin your journey of rebirthing yourself, which is the following. The human mind is a metaphysical machine, and part of this machine runs on mind energy. Now, let me clarify that mind energy is not a term you will find in psychology or neuroscience, but it is a term that I will use to refer to the energetic movements we experience as thoughts, feelings, and emotions that have a positive or negative charge. Also, I'm not talking about the brain, which is a physical organ, although the brain and the mind work together, just like with computers you have the physical hardware and then you have the software. I'm talking about the mind, which is the software. And part of that software is a polarity system that runs on mind energy. And this mind energy is what we have come to believe ourselves to be. And this has been the fall of man. When we believe we are the thoughts and experiences of desire, we fall. When we believe we are the thoughts and experiences of fear, we fall. When we believe we are the thoughts and experience of greed, we fall. When we believe we are the thoughts and experience of revenge, we fall. When we believe we are the thoughts and experiences of love, we fall. Yes, even love. This is the polarity we exist in, the positive and the negative, the good and the bad. Now, do you understand what the Bible means when it says, man ate from the tree of good and evil? It means that man has accepted the system of positive and negative as who he is. And therefore, man has been expelled from paradise. And ever since then, we have been trying to get back to heaven, trying to get back to a divine experience. But that divine experience cannot be found in polarity. We look for the divine in drugs, in porn, in sex, even in love. But the experience never lasts. We always go back to the polar opposite, eventually, into a negative experience, and we're never satisfied. How many loving relationships have turned into, I fucking hate you? It is the same energy, but it's just a different polarity. That's how love turns into hate. But that's not real love. Real love is not an energy. Real love is not an experience. Real love is the action of caring. It is the action of giving as you would like to receive. Okay, let me get back to the point of addiction to porn and what actually happens when we are addicted to it. What happens is the following. The more you masturbate to porn, the more you feed the polarity of the mind system. And therefore, the more you become trapped within your mind system of polarity. And your mind system of polarity is what contains your fears, your anxiety, your irritation, frustration, your judgments, your anger, your depression, your lust, your laziness, your feeling of worthlessness. So, the more you stimulate your mind system through porn, the more these experiences have a hold on you, because it is all the same energy. What is really in control of your life? It is your mind system. It is the mind energy that runs in it. You have no directive principle. What does it mean to have directive principle? It means you are the principle that directs yourself and your life. Putting it simply, you are not in control of your life. The mind system of polarity is in control of your life. Now, I hope you better understand what this podcast is about. Rebirthing self. It is about the process of creating yourself as the directive principle of yourself and your life. Deciding to stop your addiction to porn is about choosing who you really are, instead of allowing yourself to be a slave to the mind system of polarity. Deciding to stop your addictions is about saying, enough. It is about saying, I will no longer allow myself to remain a slave to these fucked up experiences that keep on making me less and less and less and less. Deciding to stop your addictions is about starting to get to know who you really are beyond those mind energies that trap you in an experience of diminishment, of inner conflict, of shame, of regret. Alright, I'm staying here for now. I will continue with this topic in the next podcast, where I will specifically be explaining more about the nature of the addictions in more detail. And then I will be explaining the step-by-step process to stop the addiction to pornography. But now you have a good fundamental understanding of the issue, so things are going to be much easier to understand. See you then.